Nigga, I'm too rich to be broke. Till my bank account, it better catch up to my soul. Manifesting through the pain, take back what I own. Every time I'm on the track, my tongue gon' speak gold. Nigga, royalty, I just landed on earth, yeah. Chose a body, skin color like the dirt, yeah. And if I put my hand on it, it'll work, yeah. Everything I touch is gold, nigga, royalty, yeah. I'm abundant in my soul, royal from my head to my pinky toes. Every time I check the bank, it overflows. So I withdraw and it just send me back more, nigga, royalty. See, if I touch it, it's gon' prosper, there's no other option. Got so much power from the source, I'm about to blow the socket. They say I'm so different, I'm from another dimension. So much God in my genes, you think I'm rocking true religion. Not to mention holiness inside my brother, spirit speaks when I be spitting. Abundance can't live without me, man, I think we codependent, is written. God in the body of a beast. Why you think I got dominion everywhere I lay my feet? With a pedicure too, cause I breathe excellence. Walking around smelling godly, so that means I'm heaven sent, yeah. Royalty is all they see when I come around. I'm just a queen who chose to wear her crown. I'm too rich to be broke. Till my bank account, it better catch up to my soul. Manifesting through the pain, take back what I own. Every time I'm on the track, my tongue gon' speak gold, nigga, royalty. I just landed on earth, yeah. Chose a body, skin color like the dirt, yeah. And if I put my hand on it, it'll work, yeah. Everything I touch is gold, nigga, royalty, yeah. I'm abundant in my soul, royal from my head to my pinky toes. Every time I check the bank, it overflows. So I withdraw and it just send me back more, nigga, royalty, yeah.
Prayer's not gonna make you a saint.
Damn, Big Mark shot this too.
Prayer's not gonna make you a
Hello, darling. I know you probably get this often. I don't know if we fit, and I don't got much to offer. Plus, I'm awkward. I started the conversation off with, do you like to garden? You ever felt sore between your toes in the morning, walking fresh brewed coffee, lemon water, and Chopin and the speaker knocking like a party in the 1800s? Dancing to it, going 18 dummy. I don't got a big old house in the hills. I do got a two-seater kayak with two paddles if you in for the thrills. Headed toward the sunset with red wine in the back of your mind. You thinking, what if? Stop it, I brought tight to go if it spills. I'm really him, hella prepared. I brought snacks, wet naps, and a clip for your hair. I'd even buy you 10 packs at the store for you and hold your bag. I ain't a skirt, I'm secure. Got me hollering at you all night like a full moon. You remind me of magnolias in a full bloom. I don't wanna waste your time, gotta play it cool. I can make you fall in love, but it's too soon. Hello, darling, I understand they all tried before, but you're just a girl that I gotta know, I gotta know. Hello, darling, when she told me that it's getting late, I turned around and she got away.
Hello, darling, I've been waiting, I've been patient, meditating, I've been working on myself a while. Love it when you come around. Something tells me this might be. Think you found the right one at the right time. Wanna be your sunshine if you're all mine. Oh.
Been hollering at you all night like a full moon. You remind me of magnolias in a full bloom. I don't wanna waste your time, gotta play it cool. I can make you fall in love, but it's too soon. Hello, darling, I understand they all tried before, but just a girl that I gotta know, I gotta know. Hello, darling, when she told me that it's getting late, I turned around and she got away.
Now, what do you want?
I'd like to have a sweet woman in my kitchen and corner like you. But right now, I think I'll have something hot and greasy.
That'll be the specialty of the house. Now, you just lay back and let me fill your plate.
I'm gonna lay back for now, but you can bet the gold is gonna keep on keeping on. Can you dig it, sweet mama?
Yeah.
Dig it.
You a goddess, she say why you calling me that, cause you show me who God is. Ain't gotta be modest, let him sit back and watch, cause your beauty is timeless. And just let him clock it, your vibe is tea, your words is herbs. You talking to me, you be healing me up. I went to a smile from a mug, you filling my cup, I'm lifting you up. Still hold you down like gravity, take up space. I don't believe in luck, but I'm good in plenty, cause with you it's my lucky day. And girl, you my lucky charm, I heard you a serial healer. I wanna be your next victim, swim in your river, drunk off the thought of your love. I think I need a new liver, girl, you my twin, smokers a stack of that herb. They about to call us some sinners. Tell me I love you, I need you like Nelly and Kelly. Yo, we about to have a dilemma. If I ain't the one, tell me the second you reckon. But if I am, stop all of this texting and meet me in Houston. Call you my queen when I introduce you. Black in the bird, the sweeter the juice, and put on some Sade. I'm smooth with my operation, protecting your heart. Let's keep it natural, cause I bust down if ever we part. And girl, you arty, you need a gallery. Ain't talking to one on your phone. If these four walls could talk, they'll tell you that I adore you, feel like home. So come over, relax, and lie in my bed. Tell me your dreams and goals. Whatever you do, just please don't lie in my bed. You know I'm all in your head like some botanical oils. My words massage your scalp. Let me in your temple, it's that simple. Your ex was capped, with me it's a rap. Yeah.
Never seen a woman like her. 90s fine body curve, yeah, she one of a kind. Makeup stare, long hair, short hair, don't care either way, yeah, she still gon' shine. Cause baby, you know who you are, girl, you a star, let's take it far. Ain't got no flaws, just set the bar. And baby, you know who you is, girl, you the shit, you never quit. And they can't match it cause you lit, lit, lit.
Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit.
Rowling. You living your truth, queen, not a lie told. With your eyes closed, you can run shit harder than laxatives. And you barefaced, all natural, you don't do additives. Know that you calculus, that's a problem for pacifist bastards who lacking the adequacy to be half of the better you actually is. They living in basking calamity, know that you mean me well. And your regular figure look better than BBLs. One nigga would lose his mind if he saw your shit. Maybe 18 will, like a CDL. And even more than that, you more than crack, you like an amphetamine. When you in your bag, they be choosing to not fuck with you on purpose. Like black jelly beans, let me pop it, I better sing all your praises. Cause baby, I never seen no adjacent to you, you a flower child and I'm a botanist. I'ma forever sing of your daisies. You sweeter than nectarines and your melanin got me feeling things for this lady. Whatever you peddling got me sitting front row of the mezzanine for the play. I say okay, and you reply K2. Shit, you ketamine to the face, girl, a real smooth criminal. And it's okay if I can forever lean in your space. I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling. Never seen a woman like her. 90s fine body curve, yeah, she one of a kind. Makeup stare, long hair, short hair, don't care either way, yeah, she still gon' shine. Cause baby, you know who you are, girl, you a star, let's take it far. Ain't got no flaws, just set the bar. And baby, you know who you is, girl, you the shit, you never quit. And they can't match it cause you lit, lit, lit.
Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit. Yeah, she lit.
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind. Target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind. Or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
This is medicine music, prescription of frequency with a dose is influenced by the state of the culture lacking some nourishment. Hella deficient of love, they needed encouragement, but taught to get numb off the drugs. Started to notice the loose screws, 10 of my toolbox, cause how can you mend an issue when you got a bruised heart and mentally been scarred, physically been barred, ready for rebirth, but spiritually it's been hard. Let me take you through some steps that I done learned, loved one, cause it don't happen overnight, this healing's earned, loved one. It come with practice, releasing reducing your distractions, setting healthy boundaries and managing attachments. We made in God's image, but we started walking backwards when we gave away our power by submitting to a master. Then they pimped our infrastructure, changed the pricing in the package. Told you if you want it back, it's in blood cause they attacking. If you want to free your mind and free your spirit from the toxic, gotta vow to kill the poison of the snakes that's in your garden. Only giving your attention to the things that bring you honor. Keep your vibe sucker free and your circle free from drama. Shit, life crazy when you really think about it. And shit could get wicked if you really ain't moving solid. I'm praying you don't risk your whole life just for $1. And you conquer your demons before you end up getting conquered. So I gift you this medicine music. Yeah, I gift you this medicine music. Felt like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. Belly of the beast to swallow you up for profit. Call it capital gains and they ain't even lifting proper. I aim to break the cycle my grandma passed to my mama, cause the DNA carry generational wealth and trauma. Encoded with a message, unfolding to your blessings. If you walk in your purpose, you can heal your family lineage. Work smart so I can leverage all of this time invested. Sing about me when I go, I lived everything I was destined. Victory over obstacles, 2020 my opticals. Cutting out all distractions, applying knowledge, I got the tools. Lesson learned that I got it, you junior die. Spark the fuse, step die. Spark the fuse, no way, I'ma lose this weight I carry heavy, but my ancestors heavier. Thought I was moving steady, but now I'm moving steadier. Gave my burdens to God, and now I'm feeling merrier. Got my eye on a lover, imagining I can marry her. And now it's come a time where you gotta pick a side, or whether or not you gon' contribute to Earth's demise, or if you gon' be one of them ones that embody light. Cause the future gon' be fucked up if the kids can't live their life. So I offer you medicine music. Yeah, I give you this medicine music. Yeah, ayy. Felt like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. I gift you this medicine music. Yeah.
The brain processes information electrically. It communicates with a cellular structure electrically, and it operates within a certain band of frequency.
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who'll do whatever his highness desires.
Yeah, big fat nigga, off rip, big fat, got pulled like a crossroad, green like a snot nose, don't fool with lost hoes, keep the Glock close, case a nigga try to meet me at the crossroads. Sheesh, made it out the mud to the top floor, upscale hood, baby, shop at Costco. Small but I'm hard like a gallstone, back against the wall, let it ring like a wall phone. I let it purr in the cat fight, light skin but a nigga ain't half white. Every beat I'm on is a crash site. 7 years old when my dad died, no cap, my experience was serious. Get reary around the myriad of niggas that's amphibious. I had to learn to keep my sucker small, nigga, period. Savages, law evidence, hard to grapple with, ravenous, ghetto fabulous, well established, catalyst for every daddy's is who be the maddest when you ain't doing bad as hell. Hey look, big facts for them chance that I rock with ya. Ice cold with the stick like a popsicle. 5 kids, I'm fertile. If you ever touch a bro shells in your back, Ninja Turtle. Cowabunga, don't ever succumb to a lame nigga selling you dreams. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all. But them a nigga out here realer than a. Yeah, yeah. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all. But them a nigga out here realer than the queen. Hell yeah. Use a hoe. Yeah. Use a hoe. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum.
Queen.
I had to change how I was living, so I changed the way I eat, changed the way I felt so I could change the way I speak. I stopped listening to music that was changing how I think, then I put
liquor down, it's time to change the way I drink. Please don't take it personal, I'm taking care of me. Stressing about my future was messing up my sleep. Accepted all my losses, gave myself the space to breathe. Finally changed the things I wanted, now I know just what I need. You ain't living if you don't grow. Don't be afraid of what you don't know. There ain't a distance that I won't go. You say I'm different, but I hope so. I love who I'm becoming. Worked way too hard to get here, you can never tell me nothing. I'm becoming everything I wanna be and everything I love who I'm becoming. You can't tell me nothing about this person I'm becoming. I love who I'm becoming. My head was on the wall and now I'm coming up to breathe. Changed up on my old friends, they was changing up on me. You gon' lose some day ones where you trying to succeed. The price of evolution, consider that defeat. Life is full of lessons, don't take losses as defeat. So let go of the past, the goal is to be free. The goal is to be everything you're meant to be. Everything you're meant to be. You ain't living if you don't grow. Don't be afraid of what you don't know. There ain't a distance that I won't go. You say I'm different, but I hope so. I love who I'm becoming. Worked way too hard to get here.
Hey, I love who I'm becoming. Hey, peace and blessings, star seeds. Peace and blessings, y'all. Shout out to all the Taurus in the building. That's right. I love me a good Taurus. Y'all know I love me some Taurus. I love me some. Oh, let me back up. Okay, let me get in the middle. All right. I love me some Taurus. Shout out to the Taurus. Happy birthday to my cousin. Happy solar return, beautiful. To Stephanie, y'all. Strawberry kiss. Yes. I love you. And shout out to all the Taurus. I'm telling you, I love me some Taurus. Yes, Smart Video Girl's a Taurus. Yes, Lady Saturn is a Taurus. All the Taurus in the house. I'm a Taurus rising. Believe me, I love the Taurus energy. Shout out to Venus, who be creating all these beautiful women. And some handsome ass men too. Okay. So shout out to you, Star Seeds. Thank you for being here tonight. I know y'all like, yo, she played a lot of music. She's super late and she's still coming in with the music. Absolutely. This is Pronoia Star Seed Podcast. Welcome. If you're new, you don't know, we do music here. Yes, we love the music here. And I hope you enjoyed the music, got you in the mood, got you ready for this conversation. You know, Smart Video Girl is in the building. That is our self-mastery guru. Hey, your pops a Taurus, Mr. Westbrooks. That's what's up. He must be a cool dude. I'm a Taurus rising too, but I love Taurus. Yes. Oh, okay, Lady Saturn. Look, I love Taurus. I do. The most sturdy, most reliable people I've ever met in my life are Taurus. And they stubborn. And I love that shit. I love it. I love a stubborn motherfucker. I do. I love a person to stand on business. Shout out to Taurus gang. And all the signs. I love you. Not all of y'all. But anyway, we're moving on. Smart Video Girl is in the building. Yes. Oh, I'm not gonna apologize. Because you know, there are some Scorpios I cannot get with. The Lion Leos I can't get with. I really don't care for them. Let me stop, y'all. We are not here for that. We are here for the mother's mental. I'm sorry. I'm getting carried away. Bring it back. Welcome to Pronoia Star Seed Podcast, where all the Taurus run the world. And I am your host, Goddess Rael. Tonight, Smart Video Girl will be joining us. This is her show. I am just simply a squirrel trying to get some information. We will call the nut. Okay. So I will let you guys who have not met her before, I don't know where you've been, but you've missed quite a few episodes. She is our self-mastery guru. Not the Scorpios and lions. Yeah, the lions be lying. Girl, don't get me started. But you know what? I'm not one of those people that hold it against a whole group of people because, you know, that would be cyst. One of the cyst. Biased or racist or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, Smart Video Girl is in the building tonight. She is our self-mastery guru. And we are getting, this month it's been for mothers. So if you do not know, May is for mothers all month long on Pronoia Starseed podcast. That's right. We don't give mother a day. We give her the month. Shit, she can get the whole year. Okay, she's the first portal we all know. And y'all know how I feel about the mother energy. So shout out to the mother energy. And tonight we are talking about a mother's mental. And if you are a mother, well, you know that this is a deep and very sensitive yet necessary conversation. Okay. A lot of people don't want to talk about the mental of the mother, but you know who does? Smart Video Girl. So without further ado, I'm not going to hold you. I bring to the stage my bestie, the one and only Smart Video Girl. Oh, you muted. Oh, wait.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Woohoo. What it do? How y'all doing, Pew? You can hear me, right? Yes. Yeah. How y'all doing? I'm excited to be in the building. Pronoia Starseed podcast. This is like home for me. I love it here. I love it, love it, love it. So shout out to the Starseed. Shout out to the goddess Rael for creating such a beautiful space for us to do such a thing, such as honor the mother all month long.
Yes. So look, before I become a student,
okay,
I just want to say, thank you all for being in the building. I'm going to take my seat in the back of the class. I'm going to cut my camera off this time so I'm not distracting you, because I know I'm going to probably feel some emotions as you go through this lesson tonight. So I am going to sit back, but understand I am paying close attention, and I'll be back up soon as you call me back to the stage.
Yes, I will bring you at the end. I will definitely bring you back. All right, love you. Peace. Yeah, so peace, Starseeds. How y'all doing tonight? I am so glad to be here with you. I am Smart Video Girl, your self-mastery guru here on Pronoia Starseed podcast. First of all, I want to start by paying honor to the mothers. So I want to honor my mother, Patricia Glenn. Shout out to my mom. I want to honor my paternal grandmother, Ms. Margaret. All right. Thank you. She is the ancestor, so I want to honor her. Grandma was a Rolling Stone, okay? But we want to honor that. And I want to also acknowledge the fact that my maternal grandmother, Flossie, who I never got to meet, and my mother lost her at a young age. I want to honor all of the mothers. And as the oldest granddaughter on both sides, on both lineages, I accept and hold the honor of mother very, very, very seriously. So in this space here, shout out to the mothers, honoring, respect and honor to all of the mothers. So let's get into it, because we're talking about a mother's mental. And I am your self-mastery guru. I talk about the mental, the mind, all of the time. But when we talk about motherhood, right? We talk about being a mother. There's so much. And immediately when I got the assignment, it was like, okay, we're talking about motherhood. We're honoring mothers this month. The first thing that came to mind for me was my mother. I'm going to start with a short story before I get into the actual, some of the points that I really want to make. It's all going to make sense. It's all going to come together like Voltron. But my mother was diagnosed with a mental health diagnosis when I was a teenager because of her battle with the addiction of drugs. And at that time, I was a teenager. I had to be late, 15, 16. I knew then that I was like, this is not right. Right. I was like, something's not right. I said, Ma, you don't have mental health issues. I refuse to believe that this diagnosis that my mother had received from the doctors was legit, because I associated with her addiction to drugs, right? And as I grew older, I understood more what that was. And I still totally understand now, and even her, I understand that. we are in Mental Health Month as well as celebrating mothers. So in this episode, mental health and motherhood going together in a mother's mental, and how mothers and the mother energy supports the family in the universe and in our people. And I want to start off by saying this small little note caveat. I drop a lot of notes, so I drop a lot of dimes. I don't have notes. All of this is coming authentically from you, but I want to drop this in the minds and the hearts of people to consider when you are talking about motherhood, especially when you're talking about the mind of a mental, the mothers here, especially in the Americas. All right. So if you are familiar with the Willie Lynch letter, anybody familiar with the Willie Lynch letter? If you are, just put it in the chat. Just give me a thumbs up. The Willie Lynch letter was, at this point, we don't know if it's true or not, but I'll just say basically it took place, thumbs up, that's right. Took place approximately, I think they said it was like 1612 or 16 or 1712, one or the other. I had it written down, I think it's 1612. And in the Willie Lynch letter, whoever Willie Lynch was, who he may be a very, very much a figment of our imaginations, but in this letter, it was the prescription, it was the program that we currently, especially in the Black community, Black and brown communities, are under, right? This program that was designed to keep us in a state of control, right? Because at the time that the letter was read by the banks on the side of the river somewhere up yonder, there were a lot of rebellions on slave land. The slaves was wilding out. So Willie Lynch came in, he wrote it, he said, this is what we're going to do, y'all. And in that letter, the main component, and this is very important, the main component in this programming of control was the mother, the woman. The woman was used as the negotiator for the family. So when the part of the programming, the slave masters were to break us in a sense, right? Basically humiliate the man, right? The woman becomes the spokesperson. She's the one who is now responsible in a sense for maintaining everybody. The women saw, the mothers saw the men literally dehumanized, right? In front of them, in front of the children. And then basically we're told by the man, hey, look, keep them in order or this what's going to happen. It's on you. Mother was responsible for that. So now if she is bringing in these offspring, her babies that she is giving birth to, that she is literally, they are coming through her portal. She is knowing them before anyone else is knowing them. She is now in a state of protection before they even arrive because she knows what is going to happen to them when they get here. And then she is now responsible for training them up in a way so that they can survive and not be dehumanized or whatever the case may be. But this becomes the charge of the mother whose main job is to protect, whose main job is to nurture, not protect, but is to nurture. She now is responsible for protecting the men and the women in the child stage from this horrid torture that is slavery. Think about that. Because the men become pretty much useless because they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do to the man. Don't say nothing because I will take your whole manhood. The woman now becomes that person, becomes the spokesperson, becomes the person who says, no, don't do that. And tells her young son and tells her young daughter how to conduct themselves so that they can preserve life, right? What does that do for a mental of a mother? She no longer is responsible. She is no longer responsible for the nurturing of those children to let them flourish in their authentic selves. But she is now consumed with trying to protect her young. This is the mental of mothers, especially here in America, especially if you are a Black mother. That is a very, 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 very difficult mental state to be in, constantly having to be on watch for those that you love, all those that you love. That is a heavy burden. All right. So I just wanted to put that on the brains, the minds and the hearts of people, because when we talk about the mental of women in America, especially and what that means in society, these things are important because it's part of the programming. You have to understand how the programming is working because it so that you can work to combat it. All right. So these are the points. So I want to give a shout out to Rael for Goddess Rael for the video that she put together because to promo this because it was right on point. We did not necessarily talk about this. I just told her what I was going to go with and she went with it. All right. But let's talk about some of the things that are very important for a mother's mental that we have to keep in mind, especially knowing what I just presented to you about the trauma of the mental for the mother here. All right. Because we are reprogrammed. And part of this is to help reprogram because we are in the age of when the feminine energy is returning and the mother energy is returning. We have been talking about that. That's what Pronoia has been speaking about. That's why it's so important. She's doing a 3-part series on the mother. So as we return to the mother, as we get back to the truest essence of that, and I want to say it was 1612 now because I know it was 400 years. And I was like, ooh, because 2012 would have been 400 years of this quote unquote programming, literally. I'm just saying. Okay. And then we saw Kali on the thing in 2015. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay. These things are important when we're talking about the mental of a mother. All right. So motherhood, it is beautiful, but it is heavy. And I just gave you a very specific example of what that looks like when motherhood is tied to the trauma of being in a patriarchy that basically says, you want to be the head, you want to be the 17th. Okay, 1712. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Westbrooks. What was I just saying? It's heavy. So if you're in a patriarchy as the mother, they penalize you for being that backbone for the family. So it is a beautiful thing, but it is heavy when the burden of living in a patriarchy is placed upon you because motherhood now becomes more of a duty versus an experience. Motherhood is an experience. It is not a duty. I will say that. There are duties that go along with it, but it is an experience. It is to be experienced. And even if you aren't able to physically give birth, to be able to nurture in that sense, to be a mother in a sense, is an experience. So We want it to be a beautiful experience. When it is heavy, when it is burdensome, when it is controlled by patriarchy, it becomes duty and not beauty. I like that. I thank you. Duty and not beauty. All right. Your mental health is not selfish. It's fundamental. Your mental health is not selfish. It's fundamental. I am a single mother, and I know several single mamas. And part of the reason I believe that my mother had the breakdown that she had is because we never got the chance. We don't take the time to prioritize ourselves. When you become a mother, again, if it is duty and not beauty, if you are not taking time for yourself, your life becomes obsolete. And everyone goes before you. Everyone comes before you. Even the example about in back in the day with the slavery and the Willie Lynch. These women subjected themselves to constant violations to give birth to children that they didn't have to nurture. What do you think that did for the mental health? It was not about you at all. Nowhere near it could it be about you. And then even when you gave birth to those beings, it still wasn't about you because now you had to protect them from the master, even though the master might have been the daddy. That's crazy. But your mental health is foundational as a mother. Your mental health, the work is you. The work is always you. You have to do the work. To be a mother does not mean that you have to give up your sovereignty, your person. You don't have to do that. That is not what motherhood is. And there is sacrifice. And I want to be clear on that because I can hear people now, no, I have my kids. I have to. No. I'm not going to subscribe to that. I cannot give up my life for my kids because they are people too. They are energy as well. They're people that just like anybody else. And they're going to grow up one day and I'll be damned if I stop my life in a certain way for little people who may grow up one day and just not appreciate it, right? What does that do for your mental? So as a mother, to prioritize yourself, it's not selfish. It is probably the best thing that you can do. I tell my kids all the time. I tell my family all the time. Again, single mom. As a single mother, if I don't push pause, and I'm a Taurus, if I don't push pause with a hermit mode, human design, hermit mode is me. If I don't push pause and take time for me, I can't be nobody's mom. You guys might as well send these kids to CPS. Call the people on them. Because my mental health, I would be no good as a mother. Because I would not be able to show up for them in the capacity that I need to be. Because my priority is not on me as the foundation to make sure that I am well in my mental as well as in my physical in order to take care of them. You cannot give from an empty. You cannot pour from an empty jar. We have heard this before. And if we're not if we are trying to pour from an empty jar because we feel that it is our responsibility, I ask you, who told you that was your responsibility? Okay, because if it was society, I would ask you who society is. who is society? This is facts. Now, there are sacrifices. I know many of moms who do so much and make great sacrifices, but I tell you what they do is make sure that they take care of their mental health. They make sure they take care of themselves first and foremost. And as a mother, what you have to do is talk to your kids. I do that. You better talk to your kids. You better talk to your kids and tell them. You have to explain to them what it is that you need as well. We cannot, as mothers, sacrifice our being for anyone. And I want to stress that because a lot of times I told my mother that too. I know I'm a child as well as a mother. So as a child, I know what I ask of my mother. I know what my mother wants for me as a child. And so therefore I, in respect for my mother, now at this grown age, am not going to overextend her. I'm not going to ask my mother to do too much out of respect for her. Even if she doesn't understand her for herself, I'm going to do it for her. Because she didn't learn how to do that. Again, my mom lost her mother at a very early age. She lost her mother when she was 8 years old. And so my mother's experience, and this is really why this subject means a lot to me and is very close to home because of my mother's experience with motherhood as a mother and losing her mother. She lost her mother when she was very young, and then she was shipped off, and she only had her brother and her father, and then she got shipped off to her aunt, and they got shipped off to her aunt, and because they told her father that he can't raise the girl. And so the void of not having her mother left a void in my mother. And when she became a mother, she didn't know how to mother because she didn't have a mother. She felt as though she did not have a mother, so she did not know how to mother. And I believe part of that was her trying to figure out how to be a mother and not having a mother. And that literally drove my mother crazy. And no, it did. And we have talked about it since. Right? So in that sense, it was very important. My mother didn't know how to pour into herself. In pouring into herself, she actually did things that were detrimental to her health. She thought that, partying was a way for her to have that time, but that really was just her inability to handle being this pressure of being a mother with 2 kids and not really knowing what to do and not knowing herself. Right? So that leads me to my next point, which is healing is a legacy. My mother we had to heal. We had to heal. There's 3 generations of women in this in my family. There's me, my mother, and I have a daughter. And in this process, there was a lot of healing that occurred between me and my mother personally. I held a lot of animosity towards my mother. I felt I had a lot of feelings towards how I perceived my mother to be as a mother raising me, where she was when she wasn't there, how I felt like I had to raise myself. And then even when I got older, not trying to communicate and her not understanding. And there had to be healing between the 2 of us. And the healing actually came, it was initiated by me. So the healing energy of the mother, let me explain this. The healing energy of the mother does not necessarily have to come directly from the mother. In the dynamic of my household, and my mother has said, my mother used to tell me, she called me Chris. Okay. Chris, you're like my mother. My mother would tell me that I am like her mother. That's because she misses that. And it does something to her brain. And because I had the capacity to understand, and because I had the capacity to be present to the lack of influence of a mother that my mother had and how it played in her mental, it hurt me. I began to understand it, right? Because I felt like I had a mother and I didn't have a mother. She was physically there, but she wasn't mentally there. And so I did a lot of raising of myself. And so then when I become an adult and I hear, you're like my mother, it's a slap in the face for me. But then I'm hearing and I'm listening to her. And then so I had to confront her on her mothering and bring to her attention that in her search for her own mother, she left her children motherless. Physically, emotionally, but not physically. Emotionally, she left us she left me motherless. And it's only until recently when we have had this healing between the two of us that we're able to reestablish kind of that mother-daughter dynamic in a very healthy way. There are still ways in which I show up in a way where she is where we're learning from each other, or it's not your traditional mother-daughter role, but there's healing there. And there is something I can appreciate my mother, love my mother for who she is as the person in the portal that for which I came through to this earthly realm. And she respects me and we respect each other in this as someone for her to help her heal her own mother wound. I had to heal my mother wound with my mother. It allowed her space to see that she had her own mother wound to heal. She is in the process of healing that. And so in all of this healing, I am now able and this is just personal opinion, okay? Say what you want to say, but I now in turn can be a better mother to my child, especially to my daughter. And, I love my son too, and he's the oldest, and of course that's a whole nother, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but we're gonna talk about this daughter thing. I'm now able to be a better mother to my daughter, mentally present to how I'm showing up and how I am interacting and how I am nurturing her and how I'm instilling and feeding her what it is to be a mother, or to be nurturing, or to possess this feminine energy and this feminine power, this divine feminine energy that we have. Because with this energy of being a mother, it's not just the mothering, it is owning your divine, that divine feminine energy. Okay. All right. And so healing is a legacy. And in this case, me healing the mother womb, in this sense, it's healing generational wounds. I'm not sure what my grandmother's, my mother's relationship was like with her mother, right? But what I do know is that my mother didn't get to have a relationship with her mother. And because of that, it left a hole in her heart. And that hole in her heart showed up in how she how she mothered. Right? And because that is such a heavy, heavy, heavy burden, it weighed on her mental. It quote unquote drove her crazy. And that is what happens. That's the mental of a mom when there's unhealed trauma, when there's unprocessed feelings, when there's suppression of self. Because the mother energy it's very loving, it's very nurturing, it is very free flowing. Okay. But if it is not harnessed, if it's not nurtured properly, it can be very chaotic and it can cause confusion in a family. And that's why it is very important. Because if the mother decides to derail and say, F it all, fuck it all, and just go batshit crazy, what happens to the family? So that's what I'm gonna say about that. All right. Let's see. And then as you heal, your children heal. And I will say this because again, I became a mother at the age of 30, so I wasn't very young. 30 was a very, very, very good age for me. I became a mother to a son, and I knew God. I said, God, you know what I'm doing. You know what I need. I needed a son because I didn't need a daughter at that time. My mental was not ready for a daughter at that time. And I knew, God knew. He knew what he was doing. Thank you, God. God said yes. God said no. God said, you're going to get a son first. And in that, it helped me become the mother that I am. So as for my own personal mental health journey as a mother, I had a lot to deal with that. So as a mother, when my son at the age of 5 had surgery for a tumor in his jaw. They found a bone tumor in his top left jaw at the age of 5. Now, mind you, he was like 4 when this started showing up. He was 4, almost 5, and it kept looking like pink eye. And in hindsight, when I look back at it, I felt what I was feeling was neglectful as a mother. I felt like I had neglected something. I had overlooked something that my son needed. And I felt that it was my fault. I took the blame because that's what we do as mothers. We take the blame for what happens to the people around us that we are quote unquote responsible for. They become our responsibility. That's a lot to hold on to. To be responsible for another human being is another bird. Again, this experience, it comes with a lot of different things. And I remember clear as day, I was standing in a children's hospital emergency room crying because I was standing in the emergency room crying. Tears in my eyes. I couldn't understand because I said, oh my goodness. What am I going to do? Did you hear what I said? I said, what am I going to do? And I heard as clear as day God say, you have done a great job as the vessel, but that is my child. I got it. It set my mind at ease because in that moment, it was the realization, and this is something very important that I want all mothers to, I want every single mother figure, mother type to hear this. And if you don't, hear this for your mother. Your mother, you, the mother, right? The earthly mother here. That is your child, right? But ultimately, that is God's child. You free yourself from believing that you have ultimate control over what happens to that child. That is the one thing that you should free your mind from. All mothers. Because that is one of the biggest things I've heard my mother say it. I've heard several mothers say it. We always want to protect our children from whatever. And sometimes you just cannot do that. And if you release that for your own mental health, not to say, okay, I don't have to be responsible, but to free yourself from believing that you have that much control and knowing that ultimately these beings that are coming in through you as a portal are not yours. You are just a portal to bring them in. Ultimately, they have their own relationship, their own connection, their own design with God. And you now become a guide. You now become a soft pillow to land on. You don't have to be so much that rock. And that's where you can focus on you. And you can be the best you so that you can show up as those things that they see you as. Because ultimately that's what you do when you embody, when you are present to being a mother, when you stand in your feminine energy, when you show up in that energy, you're going to be that. And especially when you take the time to focus on you, you get to be the best mother that you can be. So the first thing that you should do as a mother, all parents, all mothers, is just remember, take note that you are not ultimately responsible for your children. Your children come in. We talk about human design here. I'm a projector. So luckily, I have a projector son, and then I got a manifesting generator daughter. She drives me bonkers. I can't keep up with that energy. And there's no way I'm going to do that just because I'm a mother. I'm going to throw away the fact that I'm also a projector. I'm a projector. I'm a projector. I need my rest, which leads me to my next point, which is rest is necessary. Rest is rejuvenation. All mothers need naps. All mothers need getaways. All mothers need time out. Yes. All mothers need to be able to push, stop, pause. Yes, rest is revolutionary. And especially if you are doing it solo dolo. Again, I know y'all gonna be like, well, that's your best. I said, I don't care what nobody say. The goddess Rael is one of the hardest working mothers I know. I'm gonna give her kudos today. And because I see her and I know what she's doing. And it's that type of background information that you don't get to see sometimes with mothers because we do it so effortlessly. We do it. She look good doing it. Don't she look good doing it? She cute, ain't she? That's what I'm saying. She come on here, she do this podcast, she play this music, but she take care of them kids and take care of herself and take care of the star seeds. And she's what does that do for it? Does anybody ever ask, are you okay? And that's something that mothers don't get asked. Are you okay? Because we're always asking everybody else, are you okay? So it is important for you to have a support system as a mother of people who see you, who know what you are doing, who check on you. What they say, check on your strong friends. Check on your mother friends. Check on your mother friends. Check on your mother friends. Because God forbid that, that the mother has a health issue. God forbid something happens to you. Who is there when everyone is looking for the mother? And these are real burdens. These are real things. Again, I'm a projector, so we are always waiting for the invitation. As a mother, I want to be seen too. I don't want to just be doing all the seeing and all the changing. I don't want to see your poopy pants and your stinky feet and stuff all the time. I want to be seen too. Mothers don't, the switch for the person, the switch of who I am and my being does not switch off when I start having children. And so when we respect the mothers, when we respect the mother, I want us to remember that she is a woman. She is woman. And that mother again is because she gets to have that experience. Cuz again, oh gosh, cuz motherhood is beautiful. It really is beautiful. It really truly is beautiful. I love being a mother. I love and Goddess, I'm gonna have you come up in a second. But I love being a mother. And I love watching my kids thrive and grow. I'm maybe I parent different, but I'm a projector mom. So, I'm more like guide and watch them grow. So I enjoy being a mother. I enjoy the hugs and the nurturing. And see when we can show up as our best selves as mothers, then we can exude that love and we can really pour into our children. Now, the reverse happens, and I do want to talk about this briefly, okay? I do want to talk about this briefly because I'm talking about the sweet mother here. We're talking about the kind mother, the kind mother. There is also the narcissistic mother, and I'm going to talk about that for 2 seconds. I want to talk about the narcissistic mother because the narcissistic mothers have influence on your children, on your children's mental health. Yeah, the mother's mental has impact on the children's mental health. If the mother is narcissistic, especially if it's a male, pay attention, people. If the mother is a narcissist, meaning that she has unhealed traumas she's projecting onto her children, right? Creating division, especially if you have multiple kids, she's creating the division and things of that sort. You are breeding inbreds. You are breeding narcissistic children. And so the narcissistic mother is very toxic for the world. And gosh. Oh, okay. Let me breathe on this for a second because the way that's coming in for me is not pleasant. And I want to take a beat on that. The narcissistic mother is the mother who believes she is attached to her title. She believes that because I am the mother, you do what I say. She is attached. And not from a place of love, but from a place of ruling. She is the one who says, you're going to do it and you're going to do it like this. She has quote unquote control issues. That is one thing as a mother that is detrimental to family, is to have control issues. Because again, the mother energy is very chaotic. The feminine energy, right? Is chaotic. So if the mother has control issues, it goes against the natural order of mothering, of that feminine energy. Think about that. We guide, but we don't have that the control issues. So a controlling mother. Yes, that's definitely on point. The mother energy is to lead. That's it. So it and it sounds funny, right? Because we hear that the man is supposed to lead and things of that sort, but no. The mother is just kind of like that guy. And so when a mother has control issues, real control issues, it's detrimental. It's detrimental to the child because it doesn't give the child the room and the space to become their own person. She again feels like she has control over who and what that child is going to become, and you cannot, and you do not, mother. The only thing that you have control over is to love your child. If a mama is mad, the house is quiet. If a mama is happy, the house is lit. Yes, you're right. You ain't lying, because that is the type of energy that I bring as well. Again, it was a little weird. It was a little weird around my house on Mother's Day because I wasn't eating, so I was not happy. But again, the mother energy it influences the whole household. So however the mother's mental is, that's what the house is going to be. Again, in my house, it was a lot of not stepping on toes, but it was a lot of tiptoeing around mother because we didn't know what was going on with mother. But when mother is in a very healthy mentally, when mother is mentally healthy, family is mentally healthy. Family thrives when mother is healthy. Mother is the thermostat for the family. She sets the temperature and the tone. So her mental health is very important. So that's why it is important to prioritize your mind, to protect your peace, and to honor your journey as a mother. Everything that you have been through, you have to honor that. We as mothers have to heal. We have to heal in order for our families, in order for generations, in order for bloodlines, in order for this current human race, this class of humans, in order for them to evolve, mother has to heal. And mother is in the process of healing that. And that healing incorporates the mental as well. The spiritual, physical being, all of it has to become into alignment in order to heal. And as we transition and we're talking about the mind of the mother, where are we healing? Are we prioritizing ourselves? Are we putting ourselves first? Are we doing the work that is us in order to show up as our most authentic and our divine feminine energy so that we can now mother this evolution that is happening, this transformation that is happening, and guide the people into the next realm? Okay. All right. You are more than what you manage. Okay. You are not, you're not just managing little people. You don't just manage a household. You are more than that. And we have to know that. Like, the power is great, but the power is yours to own, to harness. Don't let nobody tell you how to mother, right? Especially nobody who's not a mother. If it's a father, let him be a father. Yes. Because you know what it is you know what it is when you are a mother, when you tap into your divine feminine energy, then you are able to show up like that. So Goddess, I want to bring you up because I want to talk a little bit, wrap up this conversation about the mental of the mother. It's getting kind of late too. But yes.
So many thoughts. I didn't take notes, and so my thoughts came and they went. They came and they went. It was like, oh no, I shouldn't have been writing it down. But because you said so much, it was real, and it also goes with the frequency of this conversation that we're going to continue this month about the mother energy. And you're right, like everything you said was so on point. I believe that mother energy is definitely not always encapsulated in the actual mother, and sometimes it comes through the daughter, or it comes, and those wounds. Definitely look up mother wounds, you guys. It's true, we all have one. We carry it from generation to generation sometimes when we don't heal it, and so sometimes chosen come through the bloodline to heal those types of wounds. And being as though it hasn't been healed over time, that means that people have tried. Okay. There, and you said something that really stuck out to me, which is that your mother's mother passed away when she was like 8 years old. And trauma, when you lose your mother at an early age, the trauma gets stuck inside your body. It's not like I lost my mother, but I was like in my 30s when my mother passed, or I don't know. But I was older, much older, but it still hurt like hell. Nobody who's ever lost their mother will tell you that is not a pain like any other. But to lose your mother before you even develop into a woman or even a teenager, you have to understand the stuntedness of your development of missing that characteristic in your life. I don't care if you have an auntie. I don't care if you have a grandma. I don't care if you have sisters or brothers or cousins. Your mother is different. Your mother is your mother.
That's it.
I lost my mother, and she was alive, but me and my mother separated when I was 9. So I relate so much to SmartVideoGirl's mother. Like, I love her mother. I'm gonna tell you, I love her. I understand her on a whole, just a deep level. And it's like, we are people first. And I love that you say, like, that title is supposed to be an experience, and the experience can be tainted with expectations. You can have it's a beautiful experience to go out into a garden, but if you like, well, when I go into the garden, I got to make sure, I water this, I do this, I do. No, experience it. It's motherhood. You can make mistakes. No one's perfect, but the whole thing is that soul chose to come through you to learn the lesson, so you could be its guide this lifetime, so it can learn from you. But like you said, they do not belong to us. I had to learn that a long time ago. And people, it's like a hard pill for people to swallow, because the world taught us to control so much.
That's it.
To be so much in control that, like, now you're responsible for this. You're responsible. But listen, my children are all individuals, and they all have an individual way of doing. I can teach them about don't lie, don't steal, don't cheat, don't do this, don't do that. They're going to do what they want to do. And yes, it's important to put those lessons out there, but it's not important to kill yourself to say, oh my God, she did this and now it's all on me. No. Everybody is an individual first. Even when they're a child, your job is to nurture, protect, make sure they don't get into shit and all of that. But when they become aware and they have awareness of what they are doing, they are making decisions consciously, and they have to learn the consequences of those decisions. But it does not fall on you, because you carry the title of a mother.
That's right.
That the world should fall on your shoulders.
That's
the
it.
thing about being a mother, like you said, being a mother is an energy. It's an invitation to take on a certain type of energy, but it's not an invitation to be abused, misused, neglected, or any of those things. And the mental health of a mother is so important. She does guide the family. And you know what? A lot of people will accept me saying guide instead of lead. But
that's it.
Just let y'all know. And if you don't like the word shit, you can click on off. But it's the same. The same thing. To guide is to lead, to follow, to listen. Because if you think about the mother energy, the female energy, the sorcerer energy, the goddess energy, the witch's energy, people went to these people for leadership. They went to them for medicine. They went to them for healing. They went to them because they had the answers. I would not want to be following behind somebody who did not have the answers.
That's it. Who you go to? You go to their mother. They want to go to their mother to find out, what should I do? They get advice. I mean, sometimes you will, but you go to Big Mama, you go to the mama. what should you want to ask a question? You want some advice. You want to tap in, because again, that feminine energy is connected. So when if she is connected and she is aligned, she is getting source and she is telling you shit.
Listen, the downloads. So it's so crazy.
Yes.
It's so crazy. We get those downloads. The reason why women have this women's intuition is because of the direct connection to the divine feminine energy. Now, listen, it's crazy because me and my Lisa will be back on the 21st and we will be doing Mother Part 3. If you've not seen go to the YouTube page. The Part 1 was the most impactful ever. I did that show all by myself, and it was the reason I really created Pronoia, was to get the message out. Mm-hmm. But as in starting, it was like I had no idea where this was going to go. And in learning about the mother, I ventured into gnosis, and I ventured into understanding that, that energy was hidden. It's always been hidden, but it's always been here. And so next on the 21st, we'll be discussing the mother. But I wanted to tap into the reel I put out today that I couldn't hold back, because it was like I needed to explain what had went through my mind. And then I know that there are hidden books. There are books that were removed, that were taken away, that also confirm the download that I got prior. So I got the download and then I started doing the research, and that's the type of person I am, y'all. Once I get a download, I will start doing research to see if there's something to confirm what I'm getting. And it's not that I don't trust myself. It's just to give me confirmation, even more confirmation of what I just got. And what I got was, when you talked about the mother and the woman's energy, right? And that direct connection, even when we talk about the Garden of Eden, right? Mm-hmm. And we talk about that God in the garden speaking to Adam and telling him, do not eat from this tree.
Right.
That's the direct connection to that God. And in the gnosis, that is the false God. That is Yahweh. Okay. So that is the God in the garden. And he talks to Adam about not eating from the tree. And then Eve ventures off, right? And the serpent speaks to Eve. And tells her some truth, not a lie. He tells her that if you eat from this tree, you will not die. You will not die. Now, wait a minute. You're telling me that the God that I just
right
die. So if I eat from this, I will not die. Okay. So let's recap this real quick, because it came through my head when I started thinking about Sophia, and this message was that Sophia was the serpent in the garden. Sophia means wisdom. In all the ancient places, if you even look at the pharaoh head, the serpent is on his head, meaning he holds the wisdom. Sophia is the serpent in the garden. Why would your God not want you to know the difference between good and evil? Why would your God want you to not know that you can be gods like that God? Because why would you want to be trapped in a fucking garden? I'm just started asking questions like, why would we want to be trapped in this space and not know the difference between good and evil, and just walk around bumping into things and not knowing we're naked and just doing the most?
Why would we want to do that? Right.
But if you know the story of Sophia created Yahweh, and he created the humans and kind of tried to entrap the God energy into the humans. Would that not make sense that wisdom, Sophia, would come to try to set her energy free? Like, you know what? Eat this. Because when you eat this, they can't control you. See, you become aware. When you have awareness, you become like the gods. So when they say they eating from the tree, they become like us. Why would your God not want you to be like your God? Because why would you like to be like that? It's manipulation. It's like, don't eat from this tree, stay in this garden, don't think for yourselves. You don't know the difference between good and evil, so you don't know if I'm good or I'm evil. But once you eat from this tree, you start questioning things. Why would my God not want me to question things? Wow. My God tells me to question things all day, every day. Every day I'm being told to question stuff. So I'm not supposed to. The only thing that would keep you from wanting to question it is something that doesn't want to have to answer your questions.
Doesn't want to have to answer your question. And that's what I was going. That's where I was going with the narcissistic mother.
Yes.
Because the narcissistic mother is going to do what don't you eat that, and whereas the nurturing mother, go ahead and eat, baby.
I want you to know.
I want you
you to
to
be
know
aware.
for yourself. I
Yes.
don't want you to have to know. I don't want you to have to go through me to have to live your life.
Yes.
And see, that's a true
that's
mother
been
is not going to want you to do
confusion.
that. No.
And I think I felt like that since I've read that scripture. I've always had the confusion of why that was so bad to have the knowledge, to have any knowledge. When we're in the age of knowledge now, right? And so would we be in the age of badness, of knowing things now that we know? You know, there are people who I've actually heard them say, you know, opening your third eye is just a bad thing. You know, being aware is a bad thing. Stay unaware. The whole thought process is to keep you unaware, because when you are unaware, you are easily manipulated. You are easy to believe anything. I can tell you allegories and you take them as straight up facts. So again, I want to deep dive into that mother energy on the 21st with Lisa, but that sparked that into me when you started talking about the divine energy, that divine feminine energy went to the divine feminine energy, and it didn't go to the man. Right. It went to the woman, and it gave her the apple, and she took the apple to the man. The woman awakens the man. The woman gets the message from the divine feminine, which is to eat the apple. She listens to the divine feminine. She listens. And then she takes the information that she receives through the apple, whatever the apple may be. It could be an Apple computer for all we know. It could be a download. You know, I mean, seriously, it's an allegory. It's not to be taken. And it wasn't even an apple. It was a piece of fruit. So we don't even know what it was.
It could have been a peach.
It could have been a peach, anything kind of tree. But whatever it was, it gave her a download. It woke her up. It snapped her out of it. And not only did she snap herself out of it, but she went to snap her partner out of it. And that's the thing, when you say we as mothers, as women, we have to wake up, because our children are depending on us. And who are our children? The men. The mother and the son have always been connected that way. That's the string, the mother and the son. Yeah. And the man is always going to be the son, and the mother is going to always be the woman. Even the daughter is the mother. Whenever you see a father and his daughter will treat him like the mother. She will take care of him, will look out for her daddy. But she's mothering him, because the mother and the son has always been the dynamic. And so when the divine feminine energy is going to come, who you think it's going to come to first? It's going to hit where it is actually its form. Like, you are the divine feminine energy. It's coming through you so that you can inform. You are the mother. You're the leader of the house. So you're the one who is to inform. And you're the sorcerer. You're the one that people come to for answers. So why would I not give the message to you? Why would I? But and what got me was that he had already listened to the God in the garden. She didn't. She did not have that download. Her download came straight from and then you were cast out. Oh, you got punished. Oh, you got free. Because first of all, why would you want to be stuck in the damn garden? I'm still trying to understand. Can somebody please tell me
why you want to be in the damn garden? Why you can't do nothing? You can't eat nothing.
They're putting a lion in the zoo. You think he was happy with that? You are, if you don't have any awareness that there's anything outside of the garden. You are happy with what you have when you lack awareness. They wanted to keep them unaware. And so then they starts to question, who is that God in the Bible? Who is the they and the we and the all of that good stuff? And we'll get into that on the Mother Show. But it's so crazy how it all just intertwines with our mental, and how we as the mothers are very powerful, but we've been taught to that power was like forceful, when power actually is very gentle. Power can come softly. The mother energy is a certain type of power that will change the world. That power, that forceful stuff, can only get you so far. If you ever been in a situation when somebody's about to hold up a place, or if they start talking to that woman behind the counter and she finally gets his mind to you ever seen that, where somebody will go into a place and she'll just start talking, my kids at home, and now the mind starts to change, because that mother energy is like, it starts to heal. It starts to just heal broken.
It's healing. It is. It's healing.
So that's why she's the one who has to get the information, because right now we are broken in so many places, and she has to heal the son, the daughter. It comes from the mother, but we're not the protectors. We are we are naturally the ones who get the downloads, but we are not to be the ones to make sure that everything happens the way it does. You have to give that back to divine. Everything, yes, everything belongs to God. And I love that you tapped on that too, that we cannot take on the weight of the world. And when things don't go the right way, we take it on as a fault to us, when we don't know that everything is divinely guided and orchestrated the way it's supposed to be. And it may not sound good and it may not make sense at the time, but we have to give that portion over to divine.
Yes. When we do as mothers become aligned with God, and in that sense, we do become powerful, and we become very powerful, and that healing is inevitable for the world. Like it's going to happen because it's natural, to your point. And we have to do it. And that's why even when I started off this, we're talking about how even in the tumultuous, the time of slavery, where the women, they were that go between, even with all of that, it was still you, the woman, the negotiator for the being of the people. You, the woman. They're going to come to you. The women going to come to you.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen with everybody. And then, yeah. And so now you, and so that's where we get that. That's where we get this struggle of trying to control and protect everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's traumatic and everything like that. But that is part of this storyline that we're talking about here, and part of the healing that really has to happen. We understand that we can do some things.
Yes. Healing is necessary. That mother wound is serious. And I love this conversation. My sister said, I'm going to do a mother's mental. And I created that reel based on just what I mean, I'm a mother, and y'all know, like, thank you sis for the shout outs, for real, because I do work hard. I do a lot behind the scenes, like, and I make sure this always runs, because this is my baby. This is my calling right here. You know, like I say every time, if it's nobody watching, we still gonna be here, because I know the message is for someone, and they may be in the future. They may not even be here yet. But we're going to do this because this is what divine has called me to do. But on top of this, I have work, I have my children, I have so much going on, but I try to juggle it all. And I understand the stress of being a mother. Just like Chris's mother, my mother struggled with addictions as well. And so I understand that I struggled with trying to perform and try to be so much better and so protective, and so I had to break myself. My first child, she had it hard with me, because I was like, I'm gonna be this kind of mom, and I was determined to be this, and she couldn't make no mistakes, and I can't make no mistakes, and we can't make no mistakes, because all I could think about was that all of the things that I went through, and I don't want my child to go through it. And I had to understand that things I went through were making me. And I can't put that pressure on my child's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will do that, though. We will repeat a cycle by trying to avoid the cycle. And so we have to be aware, and that awareness is important. And again, it goes back to the apple. Why would I want not to be aware? If I'm not aware that I'm hurting you, if I'm not aware that I'm not being a good parent, if I'm not aware of things, then how can I change them? Why would my God want me to have lack of awareness? It's a crazy, just crazy.
That's crazy. But, yeah.
I really
appreciate that first child. Bless all the first children.
Yeah, I was in my early 20s, so Sade, and I had my other ones in my 30s, so I was
bless all the first children.
Each child gets a different mother.
Yeah,
just another thing that people don't really understand, because the kids will talk and be like, "Well, mom did this and mom's like that." Well, but they'll be all telling a different story, because that mom is different at different stages. In what is it? Paganism, Hecate. You have Hecate. You have the 3 stages of the mother. You have the mother. You have the maiden. First, the maiden, right? The virgin, the one before having children. The maiden. Then you have the mother. Then you have the crone. These are the 3 stages of the womanhood, right? But it's also the 3 stages of our mentality. First, we are learning right? And then we have learned, and now we are learned enough to give birth to something else, right? And then once we've given birth to that something else, it grows up and we are able to no longer, right? When we finish menstruating, we no longer have periods. We are now in the crone stage where now we can harness our own energy. And if you ever notice that most of the sages, they're not young, beautiful women. They're older.
They're older.
They why? Because they harness their own energy. They are no longer giving it out. They're no longer producing children. They're no longer bleeding out. So they're able to keep that energy within themselves. So this is why, it's so important to understand that it's deeper than just being a woman. Like being a mother is like an honor, but it's a responsibility. But it, like you said, it's an experience, and we should be grateful to have that experience. Not everyone will have that experience, but we all, as women, have an opportunity to mother someone. Everybody needs mothering.
Yes,
I don't care who you are. There are times that when my mother has passed, God has sent in mothers for me because I needed a mother. There was times that Chris's mother was my mother. There was times that my Lisa was my mother. There were times where that energy, like you said, doesn't have to necessarily come from the mother to be a mothering energy.
Because I mother all my every kid I know. If I come in contact with you,
hey, look, she mother my kids.
You're not my children. You're my child now.
What y'all doing?
I adopt children. They become mine in some form or fashion. I either become auntie or whatever. But I naturally, that's how I am. Like my daughters,
carry it.
And my daughter's sisters, they are those my babies too. I love them. I'm gonna check on them, make sure they're okay. You call them, because it's the nurturing. It's the you can call me, you need me, I'm here for you. Energy in that sense. I care about you. I don't want to see you. I want to not that I can save you from everything, but I can help guide you. If you need anything, I'm
not trying to control you.
Right.
I'm trying. Nope. Yeah. And that's the difference. The mother who wants you to call every day because she wants to have control over your life versus the one who's saying, hey, live, but when you need me, I am here. I got you. That is that energy. And right now, like you said, the Kali was on the Empire State Building. We've been talking about the mother for a while over here. 2012 was when I got my first download.
See, I knew it. I was like, 2012 was a very pivotal year. And that's why when I saw that, when it was 1712, I thank you. I was like, that's literally 300 years on the design. It resonated with me. That's why I had to share it, because I was like, what was it? And so that's what it was. You had your
that's when I first got the download. I remember talking to one of my friends at the time. I didn't even understand. I was like, listen, I don't even understand this whole divine feminine thing, but I just keep getting, like, I keep hearing it. It won't go away. And then I'm one of those people, once I get a message, I start digging. And I think that's the whole point of me getting that message. It was like, she knew that if she gave it to me, I was going to run with it. And baby, I have not been off the divine feminine train since. I've been like, oh, okay, this is what we, you know what I'm saying, since 2012. And what we in 2026? That's been a good 14 years now of telling you guys about the mother. Even when I started the show, it was always about that energy, because the mother is the first seed, is the first portal. It is wisdom. Sophia is wisdom, and you want to come out wise. You want to know. You want to be, want to know your options left and right. You don't want to go out here and be unaware. And so the mother energy offers that. It offers guidance. It offers, like you said, a safe space to fall back on. Because, if you think about it, Saturn is known as like the father energy, and the father is the disciplinarian. Yes, things gonna get done. So you need that balance of the father and the mother. Yeah. And, she's been taken out for so long that just trying to get her to get back into her rightful place has been a struggle. Honestly, I get a lot of pushback because I preach so much on the mother energy, or because I'm not necessarily, fitting into anybody's little box. But this is the download I got a long time ago. And I'm going to ride this horse. I'm going to ride it. I'm going to ride it to the end because I feel like it's important that we get into alignment with that energy because that's the energy of manifestation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the energy
of manifestation. That's the energy, again, that's the of creation. That is it.
Everything comes through the mother.
Right. And as we and because we are entering into a new time, that is why it is this energy is so rampant. Like you said, that whole we have been in a destructive period. You gotta clear it all out.
That's right.
You know, it's like we coming through it and chopping trees down right now. Trees is getting knocked down. They got
labor. It's the labor part, you know.
Yes.
It's like the labor of giving birth. It's not pretty. It's messy. It's horrible. Like, you ever been in labor? Nobody been in labor. I tell you, labor is not the business. I think labor is the worst part of having a baby. It's not pushing it out. It's the labor pains. And that's what we're in right now. We're in the midst of the labor pains because we're going to birth a new earth. And in order to birth the new earth, we got to get rid of the old stuff. We got to get rid of everything that pulled us away from that energy, that kept us away from our mother, that kept us. Right. Yes, because that's the disconnect. We are disconnected from love.
Mm-hmm.
Why? We're disconnected from the mother. There's a big time disconnect. People use that word without even understanding the power of what that is. They don't. They just throw it around. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love food. I love candy. I love sugar. I love this. Love has been so abused.
They don't even know what that is.
It's there with woke, you know.
Woke love.
Their value, they just been misused, just like the mother. You know, these are very important, pivotal feelings and emotions and things that are going on, but we lose the value of it when we just throw it around like it's nothing. And people, really, honestly, the world is not built on love. It's built on lust. It's built on what we can get, because this is again, think about
that's that patriarchy thing.
Everything is jealousy, and you know, this is not our world. Chosen ones, you came here to elevate this world, to bring it up to where it wants to be. But we came into a world that is full of temptation, right? A world full of distractions and lies. And the whole point is to get back to the truth. And the truth is the mother. If you get to the mother, you'll find out. If you dig back down and get to the root, that's where the mother is. That's where you can heal. You can't even heal any type of disease if you don't know what the root of the disease is. And the root of this is the lack of a mother. If you ever see a child that's acting crazy in school and they don't have a mother at home, if you dig deep and realize that child don't have a mother at home, you'll figure out that's why that child is acting out. We haven't had a mother at home in a long time.
Right. You better say that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's what it is. That's why I said healing is legacy. And this is it. We are healing right now. Heal that mother wound. Heal the world, make it a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. Okay.
The entire human race. And look, I want to spotlight this right here because we are in season 6, Lady Saturn. Wow. I love that. Mr. Westbrooks has been hitting me with the synchronicities of 6. Like, we've been talking about this. Like, today we talked about it. And then she said, y'all, the 6-letter words is popping out at me again. Wisdom, divine, Sophia, hidden, garden. Don't know why yet.
Mother's the 6th one.
Yes, she said what? Yes, we are in season 6 of Pronoia Starseed podcast. 6 is the number of the divine feminine energy. 6 has been the number that has been like, man, Mr. Westbrooks, I hope you didn't fall asleep. Mr. Westbrooks and me just had this conversation about that number 6, like today. It is sacred. Yes. She said, I'm researching it now. Thank you. And I love that you brought that up because even mother is 6 letters. It's like that number 6. Yes, that Venus energy. 6 is Venus. So shout out to the mother. 12 words. While y'all were talking. Exactly. Look, that's crazy.
Wow.
Look, energy, 6 words. Sacred.
6 letters. What? Wow. Yes. Girl, you better stop it. what?
Yes, girl,
Listen,
you know,
first of
ladies,
all,
I will bring you up here one day, girl.
first of all, I
know
already
it's a cosmic
to her because
parent.
she got the 22 at the end of her thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, exactly.
every
22.
time I see her, I'm like 22. It just resonates with me. So I already feel like she's a star seed. I know
Exactly. So Mr. Westbrook says 6 is known as the cosmic parent and is shaped like the womb.
Shut up.
What?
What are we talking about?
Look, here we go. Gnosis, occult energy, mother. I'm telling you, that energy, nothing, everything, especially over here on Pronoia, y'all, everything
never happen
divine design.
Yeah.
We do not be writing stuff down. We might keep a little notes so we want to hit on certain points.
Look.
But when I say the divine be leading us over here, divine
design is 6 letters a piece. Divine and design.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness, y'all. We could go on the 6 all night. You hear me? Divine design. Oh my God, that's crazy.
You could have said a whole bunch of different things. You said divine design.
Yes. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's by divine. Everything that happens here, I promise you, it's a frequency. Like today, it was so hard for me to come on. And I know that, you know, again, there are energies that do not want us to have these kind of conversations. They will make you feel tired and sluggish, and and find something else to do. And don't you want to do this? And can you reschedule? And I was like, no, we are coming on. I might need it might come on at 10 versus 9
time. Right.
Yes, it's divine time. Yes.
Right. So we coming.
Yes, absolutely. So man, what a beautiful conversation. I was backstage. I had to click on a couple times just to let you know I was in agreement, and then I let me go on back over here because I was like,
don't get me distracted.
Yeah, I don't want to distract
so much. This has been wonderful. Yeah, the mother energy, I've been feeling it a lot lately too. I really appreciate it because again, in healing my mother wound, it helped me get in touch with that as well. Because that's a deep one. Mm-hmm.
So I recommend, if you have not watched The Mother Part 1, it is like the highlighted video when you come to Pronoia. So click on there, give it a watch, give it a like and love. It's one of the highest rated and viewed shows. You know why? I've seen it. It's been on a couple of people's playlists of The Mother because people are starting to go down that rabbit hole. And I love it. I love the fact that people are starting to tap into their divine feminine energy.
Yes,
I'm glad that y'all showed up tonight. Thank you. You know what? Thank you for showing up. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate every time you guys come in the building. The energy is so good. I know why celebrities be having concerts and shit, because when they leave, they probably pumped up for like 6 months because they be having like billions of people out there. With y'all, even if 2 people show up, it's hard as hell for me to go to sleep. I'm not lying. The energy just be hitting me because I'm a projector, so I'm absorbing all of this good energy. Yes, cosmic spirit. Hey,
those 6 letters. That's 6 too. Don't get me started, y'all.
Yes,
you done started something. You done started something, Lady Saturn.
Yes, we gonna. Hey, Mr. Westbrook, so we gonna have to bring that 6 back. Bring it back. It just keeps showing up.
That's beautiful.
Yes, but yes, it's been a beautiful night. I really do appreciate y'all tapping in and hanging in there with us. It's been a beautiful conversation, and we're going to continue these conversations about that mother energy. So make sure you are in the building. We got quite a few. I think we got some more shows for this month. Hold on, let me just see. Oh, I would if my phone wasn't dead. Well, there.
I think you might have went there. I mean, who you got the Mother Part 3s next week.
That's right, with Mau Lisa on the 21st. But I think I got another show. Oh, Mahatma is on the 22nd. Mahatma Star Seed, yeah. And then I don't know. So faulting my phone.
Knowledge. When is Knowledge coming on?
Oh, yeah, Knowledge and Mr. Westbrooks are going to be together. I think that's the 29th. So that's the last show of the month. Okay. Yes.
That's it. I think that's
the 6s ain't going nowhere. Yes, bring the 6s back. Absolutely. We're going to have to do a whole nother show, Mr. Westbrook. Just 666 and 666. Don't say 666, Raquel. They're going to clip you saying that and be like, told you she was the devil.
Lord.
Please blame him. She be teaching all that Egyptian stuff. She's got idols.
That's it.
I
love it.
Well, I want to play this beautiful song because, real ones never break. And I want to play it. I'm gonna start playing the song before I put the video up because I don't have my phone to do both. So
okay,
let's and you know what? Before we go out, let's just me and you. Cause so if y'all never seen Pronoia After Dark, before Miss Smart Video Girl and I were besties. We weren't even besties then. We was friends. We just wasn't besties yet, right? But we did a show called Pressure. What was it called?
Oh.
Yeah, we did a Pronoia After Dark, and we was just grooving. And I'm telling you, yo, I was like, y'all some weirdo. It was a lot of people watching us that night. They wasn't saying anything, but we was in our pajamas, y'all. I had on lingerie and stuff. I had on this little blue light lingerie. So we was having a good old time. So go watch that. That was funny. I think it might be in some of our. I had to highlight that, but that was one of our the first times that you came onto the show.
Yes, it was like one of your first. Yeah, that was fun.
We doing the song Pressure.
Pressure. Oh yeah. Oh.
But I want to jam out with my sis to this song because I love this song, and we was jamming backstage, and I'm gonna leave it up. I asked you to down, so that's why I wanted the audio. We gonna play this, and Miss Saturn, she love this song too. We gonna play this song, y'all. We gonna stay on camera and jam out for a little bit, and then we gonna leave.
Okay, good.
Okay,
y'all see me. I like to dance anyway. I dance.
Yeah.
A queen to be forever. A queen who'll do whatever His Highness desires.
Yeah, big fat nigga, off rip, big fat, got pulled like a crossbow, green like a snot nose, don't fool with lost toes, keep the Glock close, case a nigga try to meet me at the crossroads. Sheesh, made it out the mud to the top floor, upscale hood, baby, shop a Costco, small but I'm hard like a gallstone, back against the wall, let it ring like a wall phone. I let it purr in the cat fight, light skin but a nigga ain't half white, every beat I'm on is a crash site, 7 years old when my dad died, no cap, my experience was serious, get rear around the myriad of niggas that's amphibious, I had to learn to keep my sucker small, nigga period, savages, law averages, hard to grapple with, ravenous, ghetto fabulous, well established, catalyst for every daddies is who be the maddest when, you ain't doing bad as well, hey look, big fat slim chance that I rock with ya, ice cold with this stick like a popsicle, 5 kids, I'm fertile, if you ever touch a bro shells in your back, Ninja Turtle, cowabunga, don't ever succumb to a lame nigga selling you dreams, mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all, but them a nigga out here realer than them. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fairest of them all. But them a nigga out here realer than the queen. Hell yeah. Use a hoe. Yeah. Use a hoe. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Turn me up. Real one, no break, no. Yeah. Real one, no break, no. Real one, no break, no. Real one never break. We bend, but don't fold. Pressure made diamonds, I was built for the cold. Came from the bottom, now I'm chasing the gold. Heart too solid, I never be so. Yeah. Real ones never break, now I never that. Lost it all once, had to double back. Pain in my chest, I remember that. Now I walk strong, I ain't going back. Came from the mud, yeah, the dirt on my name. Had to fight demons, had to deal with the pain. Nobody helped me, I was stuck in the rain. Now I'm shining, they be screaming my name. I was down bad, pocket flat, no hope. Now I'm riding through the city, top down, no roof. Had to learn quick how to move, stay low, cause the ones close. Turn fake, that's truth. I done seen love, turn hate overnight. Had to cut ties, had to get my mind right. Every scar, got a story to write. Now I'm glowing in the dark like a light. Real one never break. We bend, but don't fold. Yeah. Pressure made diamonds, I was built for the gold. Came from the bottom, now I'm chasing the goal. Heart too solid, I never be so. Mama told me, boy, stand tall, don't quit. Even when the world try to break your spirit. I was in the trenches, they ain't see me win it. Now I'm on top, yeah, I came with a vision. They were laughing when I said I rise. Now they watching every move, surprise. I keep grinding, ain't switch no sides. Stay real even when I had nothing inside. I remember nights I ain't eat no sleep. Now I'm feasting, blessings coming deep. But I still move like the pain don't leave. Cause the scars remind me who to be. They try to break me down, I stood tall. Even when I felt like I might fall. God had a plan through it all. Now I'm rising, I'm answering the call. Yeah, real ones never break. Woo. We don't fold. Woo. Came too far, I can't lose my soul. Fire in my heart, yeah, it stays on go. If you real like me, let the whole world know. Let's go. Step in the game, I'm applying pressure. Talk on my name, I'ma send a message. Came from nothing, now I'm stacking extras. Real ones move different, I'm built better. I don't play fair when it's wartime. Cross snakes, I don't spare mine. Came through clean, but I fight grime. Now I'm eating good, yeah, it's prime time. They ain't believe, now they switching sides. Funny how they act when you touch the sky. I kept it real, I ain't never lied. Now I'm up, I got nothing to hide. Real ones never break, never fold. Yeah. Even when the nights feel cold, hold your ground, never lose your soul. Yeah. Real one story forever told. Yeah. Real ones never break.
Took the stones and built an empire. They asked me how you come about the smoke not smelling like fire. They say that life can be a bitch, so I made her my wife. I fell in love with this adversity and learned how to fight. Look, you don't know what wholeness feels like until you've been empty. You learn you've always been enough by the time you had plenty. Sometimes you gotta lose it all just to find yourself, to realize you had it all when you was by yourself. Cause I was down bad, got up in my bag, now I'm up again. Had to recognize who the fuck I is, had to run it back, ain't no fumbling. I hear you niggas mumbling, but you don't speak my lingo. So focus on my numbers, that they lining up like bingo. I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen some lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else can. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready. They ask me what I'm on, I just say my throne. Remember who I was, baby, welcome home. I've been in my zone, asking how I feel, great. Hungry for everything that's on my plate. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta wait. If you all you got, then you know what it takes. Why y'all niggas love to play? I get too much fucking grace. Had to choose what I won't take. If you drop me, I won't break. Baby, I'm built from the magic, I'm godly. Fuck around, finding out, I get it poppin', I get it choppin'. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen them lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else could end it. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready.
Yeah. I had to elevate my mental. I got up off my ass and pressed the gas on my potential. I tamed my temptations, now I'm taking care of my temper. I pull up to the function, skip the line, I'll show credentials. They know I'm presidential. Everything monumental when you recognize your moment. See, I built it on my own, so ain't no question if I own it. They used to laugh, call me alone, and now they ask for a loan. See, my ex said I wouldn't succeed. I plant my feet and now I grown. See, I used to be a stoner, now I'm high off life. I'm up high in plain sight, just hopped off a flight. Me and Hunt, old kid, now they gotta raise the price, cause I invested in myself and made it back overnight. Dog, we all fall short, don't give a fuck about your height. In America, do you wrong, so you better know your rights. See, they do it for attention, I just follow intuition. I'm on a mission, why they missing? I ain't difficult, I'm different. Ooh. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, with my gold medal. See, I used to try to force it, now I flow with it. They threw dirt up on my name, but now I grow with it. I used to wait up on my blessing, now I go get it. I'm done waiting, done debating. If God tests me, let him grade me. This that top shelf flow, yeah, I'm way out your reach. Used to choose between shoes, now I tell them give me each. But I don't brag about no fashion, cause I ain't one for the flash. Used to sag, now I'm a grown man. I keep my belt fast and had so much on my plate. But then I started fasting, then I started meditating, then I started levitating. This that self-knowledge, black man educated, could've been in that cell. Now every day a celebration. Now these days I practice celibacy and focus on development. And I ain't really emotional, I'm just emotionally intelligent. Shawty call me selfish cause I don't focus on my betterment. These days I'm on a higher level. No, I can't settle. Whoa. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, with my gold medal. Yeah.
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who'll do whatever His Highness desires.
Yeah, big fat nigga, off rip, big fat, got pulled like a crossbow, green like a snot nose, don't fool with lost toes, keep the Glock close, case a nigga try to meet me at the crossroads. Sheesh, made it out the mud to the top floor, upscale hood, baby, shop at Costco, small but I'm hard like a gallstone, back against the wall, let it ring like a wall phone. I let it purr in the cat fight, light skin but a nigga ain't half white, every beat I'm on is a crash site, 7 years old when my dad died, no cap, my experience was serious, get reary around the myriad of niggas that's amphibious, I had to learn to keep my sucker small, nigga period, savages, law averages, hard to grapple with, ravenous, ghetto fabulous, well established, catalyst for every daddy's is who be the maddest when, you ain't doing bad as them, hey look, big fat slim chest that I rock with ya, ice cold with this stick like a popsicle, 5 kids, I'm fertile, if you ever touch a both shells in your back, Ninja Turtle, cowabunga, don't ever succumb to a lame nigga selling you dreams, mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all, but them a nigga out here realer than a, yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all, but them a nigga out here realer than a queen.
Bow down. Bow down.
Greatness loading in me, be patient with me, I'm buffering. No more playing small, it's too many of us suffering. Humble what? Humble who? Bro, that's who I used to be. The insecure me died and you listening to her eulogy. Conveniently calling me arrogant cause they can't use me. Crazy how they finally see themselves when they lose me. Always had some options, but I had to learn to choose me. And now your girl is choosy. Going through the process and surrender to the outcome. Walking through my trauma cause that's the shit I can't outrun. She say she better off without me. Okay, baby, have fun. Trying to find a fuck to give, but I can't seem to find one. Moving. Moving on. Gotta keep moving, life's train ain't stopping. Hot in this bitch and I said what's poppin'. If God really for me, baby, tell me who can stop me. Walking in his glory, so I'm feeling like I'm cocky. If God be for me, who can be against me? I'm not who I was, but I am more me. Lost a lot of people just to find my peace, yeah. And I found my peace, yeah. Yeah. And I found my peace. Moving, moving. Moving, moving. There's a version of me that has been burning to emerge. She's when self-love and authenticity become so intimate that they conceive the reflection of God. Yeah, she knows depression, but she lives in joy. She feels anxiety, but she leans into trust. Yeah, this version of me, she can thrive in chaos, but she chooses to surround herself in peace. She's so cold that her words freeze over the hell that people have been living in. Yeah, this version of me has been with God. And now, you're about to experience heaven on earth.